technology is ever changing, new gadgets to play with every 2 minutes, new formats to play with, and everything that comes in a very fast-paced world, who do you turn to for the best advice? This is Technoholik and I'm Radhika Sharma, where we get you addicted to technology every single week. First things first, let's take you through what's coming up on the show today. Up ahead on Technoholik, plenty of new gadgets and gizmos will launch this week. We wrap up the news for you. We also give you a preview of Apple's latest operating system, that's Lion. And gaming never looked so good. We hit the streets of LA. Okay, so you guys know what's coming up on the show today, which means it's time to kickstart the tech. And we're not going to do it the usual way around today. Let's start with one single word, black. What all does black signify? It demonstrates style, excellence, a rather sleek quality which is seen in most Android handsets today. It is true, there's practically 10 Android handsets coming into the market every single day. So what distinguishes one handset from the other? Well, for me, whenever I've gone and bought a handset, I always look at the screen first. And the phone that I'm holding in my hand today is the LG Optimus Black. It's not named that because of the back. It's actually named that because of the screen, and this is made of Nova technology. Too many tech bits right here. We'll simplify all of that in a review, which is going to come up very, very soon. But first thing, let's check out what it has to offer in terms of tech.
The LG Optimus Black has the spec to be called the thinnest and brightest smartphone, measuring 9.2 mm and offering a 4-inch Nova display, which is set to offer 700 nits of brightness. The device runs Android 2.2 with Optimus UI 2.0. On top of it, powered by a 1 GHz Cortex-A processor. At the back, the phone features a 5-megapixel camera capable of doing 720p HD video and a 2-megapixel front-facing camera. LG Optimus Black is priced at 21,000 rupees.
Okay, so that's what the LG Optimus Black has to offer in terms of specs. So let's face it, it's pretty impressive. So what is going to distinguish this phone from the other Android handsets that are there in the market? First things first, it's got excellent form factor. Not that this form factor is different from all the phones that are made now, whether it be Android or iOS, all of them pretty much look the same. But I think the weight makes a whole lot of difference when you buy a phone. This is very, very lightweight, and I love the fact that the back is plastic, which means less scratches. Scratches, but less scratches, you can prevent that. But the front is obviously going to give you a lot of fingerprints, and you can't do anything about that. Now, this phone has Android 2.2 Froyo running on it, and we've already given an in-depth analysis of that version of Android. So let's just tell you, it works fine. There's no hang-ups. It does not freeze at any moment. Multitasking is fine. Nothing is a problem. So let's get Android out of the way, and let's focus on what else does this phone have. The back has a 5-megapixel camera with LED flash and takes very, very good pictures. It also does video in 720p. The video is pretty nice, not a big difference, but I really like the still picture quality, and it's probably one of the best cams that I have used in smartphones like these. Also, next comes the fact that on the side, there's this G button, which is supposed to be the gesture control button that LG has put. Now, I thought when I saw that G button and when I read about it, that is a fantastic idea. Little copied from Apple, which is like the shake to shuffle, but with an added extra button. Now, the only thing is, the G button doesn't work. I have tried it innumerable times with all sorts of different combinations, and it just doesn't work. So what the G button, at least theoretically, is supposed to let you press the G button, shake it twice, and it's supposed to activate the camera feature, or you can use the same function when you're picking up a call. But surprisingly, it doesn't work on this phone at all. Now, I generally don't know if that's a problem with this handset altogether, or it's a problem with all Optimus Black, but it just didn't work for me at all. And I was pretty annoyed with the fact that you can say that why would you put a button which says G and market it that way and say that it's supposed to be gesture control and just doesn't work. Small caveat, but could work bad in favor of LG. Secondly, the interface is very, very easy to use. Typical LG, and we've seen that in all the other phones also. The LG Cookie also had a very, very good interface. Large, big icons, nice color screen, no problem in navigating at all, and it doesn't annoy you at all. There's also Google Voice Search included in in the Android 2.2 Froyo version, and it works very, very well. Now also, there's a front 2-megapixel camera for video calling, which I don't know how many people in India actually do use video calling. We've seen a lot of ads, but I really don't know myself and my circle of friends how many people use video calling. But nevertheless, it's nice to know that if you want to take front pictures, there's a 2-megapixel camera which is there for that. And that's the first for LG too. Now, all in all, to sum up this entire gadget, it's not bad in terms of specs at all. You can't say that it's a bad spec phone. But it's just come at a very wrong time. In a world where everybody is, going forward to gingerbread and there's dual-core phones, a lot more processing power involved, and everything else, brighter screens like the Samsung Galaxy S2, why would you go ahead and buy the LG Optimus Black for 20,000 rupees? Now, if you want the same kind of functionality, which is basically Android 2.2 Froyo, but with a lesser camera and much lesser money, there are options like the Samsung Galaxy Ace in the market. So why would you still go ahead and buy this phone? That was the only question I couldn't answer. It's a good phone, no doubt, but it's just come at a bad time. The fact that it runs 2.2 Froyo, which is upgradable to gingerbread, yes, I get that you can upgrade to it and that's a good option, but I would like my phone, if I'm paying so much money and such good form factor and come with all these specs, to have gingerbread right when the phone is in my hands, right when I take it out of the box. It's just come at a very wrong time in an age where we're telling people to move forward with their personal experiences on their phone, which is slowly becoming an all-in-one convergence device. We're telling people to move ahead with that. This just clearly takes you back to a world which you have just stepped out of. So for 20,000 rupees, we say you want to buy the LG Optimus Black because you like the big form factor, the 4-inch screen. We don't want to stop you. Go ahead and buy that. But we're seriously saying that there are phones which much lesser money, the same amount of functionality, it's just that little bit of screen brightness that you're going to miss. And trust me, after using that phone for a month, you're not even going to miss that. So the final verdict on the LG Optimus Black. It's a good phone, just very, very bad timing in the market. So which phones have good timing in the market? Does the LG Optimus Black have any competitors? Well, Siddharth Sharma compiles the entire list.
Now, LG Optimus Black is a good phone when it comes to specs. But with dual-core phones being the future, it looks like LG is a tad bit late with its Optimus Black. We give you a list of competitors that are capable of giving the Optimus Black a run for its money. First up is the Samsung Galaxy Ace. It features a 3.5-inch TFT capacitive touchscreen up front and a 5-megapixel camera at the back. The phone runs on Android 2.2 Froyo and is powered by an 800 MHz ARM processor. Samsung Galaxy Ace is priced at Rs 15,000. Next comes the Huawei Ideos X5. It offers a 3.8-inch touchscreen display up front and has a 5-megapixel camera at the back. It runs on Android 2.2 Froyo and is powered by an 800 MHz processor as well. Huawei Ideos X5 comes at a price tag of Rs 15,000. Third is the HTC Wildfire S. The phone has a 600 MHz Snapdragon processor and has an Android 2.3 Gingerbread OS. Up front, it has a 3.2-inch touchscreen display and a 5-megapixel camera at the back. HTC Wildfire S is priced at Rs 14,000. The fourth competitor to the LG Optimus Black also comes from the Samsung Galaxy lineup. Samsung Galaxy S i9000 is a 4-inch AMOLED touchscreen Android mobile phone powered by a 1 GHz processor. It runs on Android 2.2 Froyo and can be updated to Android 2.3 Gingerbread. It also features a 5-megapixel camera at the back and is priced at Rs 20,000. Lastly, the major competitor to the LG Optimus Black comes from no other than Apple. iPhone 4 is here, but the iPhone 3GS still remains a popular phone among the Indian consumer, especially after the price was dropped to Rs 20,000. iPhone 3GS has a 3.5-inch capacitive TFT display up front and a 3-megapixel camera at the back. The phone runs on iPhone OS 3, upgradable to iOS 4, and is powered by a 600 MHz ARM Cortex-A8 processor.
That's the LG Optimus Black and its competitors. Now it's your decision. Where do you want to spend your hard-earned money? Which is the next Android handset that you want to buy? Which is a cue for us to take a very small break on the show. But coming up on the other side, there's News of the Week, and of course, a lion is on the prowl.